Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto this channel today, and it gives me great joy to notice that you're watching this video. Thank you very much for coming in contact with my channel. I'm Dr. Olayinka Akanle. I'm a lecturer in the university. I'm a life coach. I'm a public speaker. I'm a researcher. I'm a relationship manager. On this channel, I do a number of talks, and all these talks you can cluster into 4: sociology, research, relationship, and migration. All this I do as consistently as possible to add value to you. So if this is your first time of coming in contact with my channel, kindly subscribe to this channel and tap your notification button so that you might be alerted every time I drop new content. And if it's not your first time but you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel and share, comment, and like. Today, I will be addressing a very important topic within the context of parenting, also within the context of sociology of the family, and also within the context of relationship management. So this topic is very important. I've titled it 12 proven tips to be an excellent parent. 12 proven tips to be an excellent parent. This is also, I usually call 360-degree parenting, effective parenting. Parenting is a very difficult and complicated experience now because of the age of globalization and social media, the age of postmodern systems. Many parents have expressed frustration, confusion, anxiety. Many are very agitated because parenting to them is becoming more difficult than usual. So, and it's against this background that I want to address this very important topic. This video is based on extensive research. I did research extensively. I'm not going to be leveraging my experience and capacity as a sociologist. Also, I'm a parent myself. So I engage with different parents and based on things I've seen over time. So I think this is very important because now parenting is a problem across the world. Yet we cannot throw in the towel because the quality of your parenting will determine the quality and success level of your children. Don't forget. The quality of your parenting will determine the quality and success of your children in the short and the long run. So you have to be deliberate about parenting, and you can't just be resigned to fate, and you can't just be random. So you have in the long run also, you want to look back and say, well, my children are doing very well, so I'm self-actualized. So you can be happy. So you can live in peace at old age also, even at your young age. So you want to be your children, you want to see them doing well. So parenting is a science, yet an art. That means it's what you have to be systematic about. It's what you have to learn about. So because you don't want your children to fail in life, and their success will be determined by your quality of parenting. So it's very important that in this age of globalization, post-modernization and social media, that you learn about parenting. And the deviation rate is also very common among children and young people of nowadays on that kind of failure of parenting. So the number one thing you have to do is that you have to build the self-esteem of your children. It's good for your children to have high self-esteem. You must be deliberate, and that means you have to package them. You have to handle them in a way that you don't damage their self-esteem. Their self-confidence must be well built. Don't make them timid. Don't suppress them. Don't bully them. Don't oppress them by totalitarian or autocratic parenting style. You don't need to subdue your children. You only have to parent them in a way that they still have their self-esteem built. If you have a timid child, a child with low self-esteem, is not likely to do very well in life. So you have to be intentional about building the self-esteem of your children. Buy them gifts, listen to them, and just handle them and package them, because your children are also a reflection of you. Then number 2, you have to give them compliments, and this is also very important in building the self-esteem of your children. When they do well, give them compliments. Don't be a negative parent. Don't forget that. Don't be a negative parent. A negative parent is a parent who doesn't see anything good in his or her child. It doesn't matter who your child is. It can't be all terrible. There must be something good. It's that thing that is good that you must build on and give compliment so that the child will want to do more. So don't be a negative parent. Don't run down your child with negative comment. So number 3, which is very important, be consistent as a parent and set limits. Set boundaries. It's very important. Be consistent, be disciplined, be fair. This does not mean you have to be bullish or be a totalitarian person. No, just set boundaries. If you say this is what I will do because you have done this, do it and be consistent all the time, not just sometimes. That means you don't have to be random. Discipline them in a way that they understand. Don't just discipline them in a way they don't understand, because they won't understand what you are doing and they can be rebellious in the long run if they don't understand your firmness. They can see you as difficult and you don't want them to see you as difficult. And reward good behavior. It's very important. There's something we call in parenting or sociology of parenting. We call it reward and reinforcement. That is, when they do something well, you reward them to reinforce that positive behavior, desired behavior. And you must punish them when they do something wrong, so that punishment, I don't mean beating or being wicked. No, you can punish people just maybe you can withdraw the level or amount of data you buy for them to browse. You can withdraw their phone, or withdraw their access they have to cars, or even the time they play in the garden. Some things that are to let them know. Or you grant them. What does that mean? They don't go out with their friends. If they love going to friends' places. Or you grant them, they love going to watch a movie. You say, no, for the next 1 month, no movies for anybody here. So that you can teach them value. So it just means, and this is what we call carrot and stick. So when they do something wrong, you punish them. When they do something good, you give them reward. That's the carrot component of it. So you have to reward good behavior and reinforce it. This is a very important point I want to mention now. Please, no matter what you do, stop comparing your children with other children, whether in the neighborhood, whether in the school, whether in your religious center or wherever. Please don't compare your children with other children, especially negatively. This can make the children dislike you, and this can turn them to rebels in the long run. This can make them to be very, very unreasonable. They simply dislike the person you are comparing them with and dislike you. And they may want to do everything to frustrate you. So don't compare your children with other children unfavorably. Children are unique. Understand the uniqueness of your children and build on this uniqueness. So don't compare them. I've seen children being frustrated. I've seen parents being frustrated. I've been counseled like this in the past. I've been counseled like that. I used to do that a lot until somebody called my attention to it, that I shouldn't be doing this, and showed me all manners of negative implications of this. So, and I stopped it since then, and because I agreed. So you too, if you are used to that, please stop it. Don't compare your children with others and say, don't you see Peter? Don't you see Ismail? Don't you see John? Don't you see Akin? The way they are performing in their school, the way they are well behaved. No, don't do that. Correct your children uniquely in a way they will understand. And that is very important. Make time for your kids. That's very important. Make time for your kids. Don't say you are so busy, you don't have time for the kids. I understand the frustration, the fast-paced nature of the globalized economy, industrialized economy, the urban social life, all manners of pressures in the age of globalization and westernization. But you don't have to be robotic. You don't have to be so busy about other things and be less busy about parenting. Parenting is very important. Please be a good parent. Make time for them. Attend their parents-teacher association meetings. Attend their matriculation ceremony. Attend their graduation ceremony. Attend their weddings. Attend their induction. Attend everything they do, and be available in the house. These children also are a very important part of your life. So you have to make time for them. You can't be so busy, you don't even have time for them. Make time for your kids as much as possible. And I want to mention point number 7, which is very important. Be a great and fantastic role model for your children. Let them want to be like you. If you are a parent, your children don't want to be like you, I'm afraid there's a problem. They must see the role model in you. And once they want to be like you, at least if you have children, 1 or 2 of them, or one of them should want to be like you. Be their role model. Let them want to emulate you. Let them even imitate you. I want to be like my father. I want to be like my mother. I love my mother. I love the way my mother behaves. I love the career of my father. I want to be like my father. Once that happens, it makes parenting very easy and very effective. And make you a 360-degree parent who is always there, who embodies the children. So be a great role model. And this is very important. I'm making this statement intentionally. Be a good role model and communicate with your children. Let there be effective communication. Not only you dishing out instruction like an emperor. Listen to the parents, children too. They will have ideas, especially in this age of globalization, social media, where information gateway has been democratized. What children know today, probably the older people did not know when they were growing up. Even till today, the information at the fingertip of these children about parenting and everything, you can't imagine it. So you can hear from them, communicate with them. And this is very important. Number 9, be dynamic and be ready to change your parenting style as regularly as possible. Be observant of your parenting style. If you are autocratic, totalitarian, be careful. If you are discovering that you're not getting results effectively, change it to democratic parenting style. Be inclusive. Carry everybody along. Don't just be the one-way man. And don't be, your parenting style probably is even old school. And you want to parent new school generation. You want to parent Gen Z generation. Or even more recent ones than that. You know, and you want to use old school approach. It's going to backfire. It's not going to work. So try as much as possible to be dynamic in your parenting style. Learn what is going on. Learn their language. Learn their styles. I learn from my children. I'm a lecturer at university. I learn from students that I teach. You know, learn their style, learn their languages. Sometimes I use their languages to address them, and they're surprised, and they want to come around me. I mentor quite a number of them because I'm able to blend with them on the account of understanding what they do. So don't be obsolete. Don't use obsolete parenting style to train the children of nowadays. And show love to your children. Be friendly with them. Even though firm, be friendly. You know, show them love as regularly as possible. Buy things for them. Be available for them. Be around them. You know, and let the environment where you are, let the atmosphere be full of love. And that is very important. Don't be wicked to them on the account that you are a parent. And also, 11, realize you are not perfect. You have your own shortcomings. And try as much as possible to learn from people. Listen to advice, like I shared my example previously on this video. In this video, when my attention was caught to a particular thing I was doing by comparing my children with others unfavorably, and I have to change. And I've changed since then. So you too, realize you are not perfect. It doesn't matter who you are not perfect. And be ready to take correction. The last point, number 12, pray for your children. The God factor is very important. Pray for them all the time. Pray for them in their presence. Pray for them in their absence. For God to take control of their heart, of their life, and be the architect of their life. You can't be with them all the time. Pray for God to continue to guide them and secure their future for them and give you peace and success as an excellent parent. Thank you very much. Kindly subscribe to this channel and like this content. Share widely as possible, as widely as possible in your network, and drop a comment. Until I see you in my next video, you will succeed as a parent.